The Bartlesville Convention and Visitors Bureau is located on 201 Southwest Keeler Avenue, Bartlesville, in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and the building is a former Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe and Missouri, Kansas, Texas railroad station and is known to be like a Union Depot as well. Also, the building was built in 1909 and was used for passengers to even wait for a train to arrive and even passengers to arrive on a train into Bartlesville and even board a train to somewhere. This station was first renovated in 1946 and used as a depot for passenger service until 1971. Phillips Petroleum bought the depot in 1983, renovated it, and donated it to the Chamber of Commerce in 1998. Outside the depot, there's a train display with a steam engine, tanker car, and caboose, as the train set would look like an Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe freight train as well. Also, the train exhibit is open 24 hours a day and every day throughout the year.
What you see right behind me is Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 940.
Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 940 was built by Baldwin in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1903 and is the 237th steam locomotive built by that factory and is a 210-2 Santa Fe type steam locomotive and is a 900 class steam locomotive. Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 940 is one of the 48 Santa Fe's built for the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe by Baldwin from 1903 to 1904, numbered from 900 to 985, and originally the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 210-2s were originally built as 210-0 decapod types, then rebuilt in San Bernardino, California in 1919 as 210-2. The new wheel arrangement was therefore named Santa Fe. Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 940 spent several years traveling the rails through Bartlesville as it made trips between Tulsa, Oklahoma and Chanute, Kansas during the 1949 through 1952. Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 940 also worked in California, Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, and Kansas. In all, the locomotive pulled an estimated 3 million freight cars over its 51 years of operation. Then, in 1954, Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 940 was retired and then donated to the city of Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and then put on static display in Johnstone Park in 1956 in the city. Over time, Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 940 had a high chain link fence and endure periodic flooding by the nearby Caney River. Railway preservations advised the city to move the last of its kind attractions out of the park away from further flooding. Then, in 2008, there was a plan to move Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 940. So in 2009, a small army of men and an array of specialized equipment managed the complex to move back to the depot. Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 940 was prevented being sent to meet the torch and sent to the scrapyard, but it never did, and was saved, then removed from the park and carried on a flatbed semi-trailer. The locomotive was on a flatbed semi-trailer by itself. The tender was on another flatbed semi-trailer, and and hundreds of residents and school children the route lined up the route in the route of the homecoming parade of Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe. 940 was then put on a set of tracks by the Bartlesville depot, where it is on static display and was cosmetically restored and then repainted and was installed with a new wiring throughout to allow automatic illumination of exterior and interior lights. Also, Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 940 is the only surviving Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 210-2 left in the world today, and can be found here by the Bartlesville Depot in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. And it's on display, and you can even visit the locomotive's cab and even sit where the engineer and fireman used to sit, and even ring the locomotive's bell. In some special events and designated times, you can even blow the locomotive's whistle as well. And that's how it's done. American Oil Company 930 was built by the American Car and Foundry Shops in Milton, Pennsylvania in 1914, and is a single-dome, all-riveted tanker car. American Oil Company 930 was assigned to the Associated Oil Company, which was formed by in 34 independent oil producers in the Kern River field of Bakersfield, California. This car was equipped with steam coil that heated the heavier crude oils from the Kern River field, as well as heavy locomotive fuel. Oil moved in and out of the Avon Refinery near San Francisco, California. In 1925, this car was acquired by the holding company of Tidewater Associated Oil Company, and the words Tidewater were added to the Flying A Associated logo on the car. In 1966, Phillips Petroleum, headquartered in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, purchased Tidewater's Western refining, marketing, and transportation assets, including the tank car fleet. The company immediately made preparations to incorporate the Tidewater cars into Phillips' fleet by providing them with new numbers using the PSPX reporting mark assigned to Phillips in 1918. An American Oil Car 930 was renumbered to PSPX 813. Shortly after the car was renumbered to Phillips 66 813, the decision was made to sell it, and other former Tidewater cars. PSPX 813 was sold to an individual in Laketon, Texas, 50 miles southeast of Borger. Upon arrival in Laketon, the car's wheel sets and underframe were removed and was sold for scrap. The tank was replaced on concrete foundation and was used to store animal oil for use in cattle feed productions. Following purchase negotiations, the owner with the owner. The 940 crew arranged for American Oil Company 930 to be moved to Bartlesville, Oklahoma by truck, where it was placed inside a secure facility for restoration. The wheel sets and trucks closely matched the original, were obtained from a railroad scrapyard in Texas, shipped to Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and the frame was made from the ground up. Then the tank car was placed right here in this spot behind the steam locomotive and in front of the caboose, and where it can be seen on display today and has been here since 2015.
What you see right behind me is Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 2259.
Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 2259 was built by the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe shops in Atchison, Kansas in 1948 and is an all-steel caboose. And this way car is a CE1 class caboose. Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 2259 was used on the back end of freight trains on the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad, as used for the train crew's office. Then in 1970, this caboose was reclassed as a CE5 class way car and renumbered as Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 999, 969, and continued on freight service on the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railroad. Then in 1983, this caboose was retired and purchased by Walter Aday, a former conductor of this way car. Then the caboose remained at Walter's rural home in Chinook, Kansas, and sat in the tomato patch and got tomato stains. Then in 2011, Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 2259 was purchased by Friends of 940 in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and then was moved to Bartlesville, Oklahoma to be on display at the train depot, and then was cosmetically restored there. The interior and exterior repainted, and then was finished and back the way it was. Also, Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 2259 was pulled by high school football players to move the caboose to its position and final resting point as well, and is on display. You can check out the interior of the caboose as well.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed learning about trees with me today. Matthew Lab Train Guy segment show. Also, I hope to see you all again in the next segment. So this is Matthew Lab.